Hello, friends. I have what I hope is going to be a slightly different and fun community-oriented video for you. So one of our community moderators have been helping me in planning and putting together some forms because I thought it would be fun. Seeing as so many of us crafty people do tend to accumulate more craft supplies then we are actually able to use our own self, and then maybe our preferences change or our crafty obsessions change, and the supplies lie there unused. But what if what you are not going to use is someone else's new exciting project? So we thought up a sort of secret Santa-esque type crafting gift exchange, but without the religious connotations and ideally without buying too many things new. Now, this is not a hard or fast limit or rule because we know that some people maybe don't have that big craft stashes. Some people might have recently moved or had some sort of emergency. They might be disabled or have other circumstances that makes it easier and more approachable, achievable for them to join if they are able to buy something new. So we're not making this a hard and fast rule. People do what is the best for them. But the intention is that instead of participating in large-scale consumerism, we do something that is more oriented toward redistributing what we already have within the community as a whole. So here she is, and alongside all our I put in a little response because I wanted to join as well and ship internationally. We have a little description. We have a little bit of, I understand that I need to send a gift to someone, what name they go by, pronouns, address, so we can actually send them, and then continents, because what is the big expense here? It is going to be shipping, and that is also one of the big polluting factors is how far this thing need to ship. So we wanted to allow people to be able to limit their shipping to the continent that they live on, and some of them also maybe have the finances to do internationally, so hopefully our numbers will add up at the end. And at the bottom a little list of preferences so that whoever we draw might be able to find something nice for them. But yeah, I think we are just about ready to copy this link and share it with the Discord community. Fingers crossed. It is the day after starting the craft stash exchange thing, and we already have hiccups because we have never done this before. I managed to not properly adjust all the settings so that people could see other people's entries, and I was like, oh no, and panicked, and last night just ran back to the computer to look at it, to unlist the poll first of all, or the survey, and to figure it out. And then we had some of our community members in especially different languages, because we were like, is this an issue with the different translations of Google, or is it something else? But it wasn't. But at least we had it tested in many different languages, and I feel really bad. I almost feel worse because the community is amazing and patient, and I am doubly, triply happy that we decided to keep it small this very first time. So contained to just on Patreon and just on Discord, no like public message to the greater internet or anything, because that could have been a whole lot messier if it had been. So to those of you in the community who saw this and who helped out, thank you so much. I am really grateful that our community is patient and lovely and exceptional, and now I am just crossing fingers that for the next 2 weeks while we are collecting participants, because I realized when I was doing giveaways that 1 week could be a little bit short for some people, so I figured we would just double the response time so that everyone had 2 weeks to respond. And we're also going to do 2 weeks of time to collect and ship one's packages. So we're using pretty much the entire month of October on participating in this thing, and hopefully we shall see some happy community members come November excitedly sharing what they got. I hope so. That would be nice. Hello, here is a little craft exchange update for you. I have just finished the poll so that it can no longer get any respondents, and I have sorted through the datasets. It reminds me of the good old days of working with big datasets for treating data. Not quite as big as those I used in university though, which is a relief because there's a lot to do about this spreadsheet. A lot of people have forgotten to include a full name, and in some cases, a country to send the package to. So we're having to send out a little bit of some addendums so people can fill out that information entirely so that the gift actually makes its way all the way through to their address. Hopefully. I'm not going to show you that, of course, because privacy and taking care of people's sensitive information, but the first email has been sent out to eagerly awaiting craft stash senders of exciting things. And I think our next update shall be that we are making a gift for someone. Hello. It is a few days later, and I think I am just about ahead enough on the video that I'm planning on publishing this weekend that I think we can finally get a move on those craft exchange packages. And I say plural because, see, I have a sneaky little plan. So this is the person I pulled for my own part of the craft exchange. We have the lovely Noisette or Hazel. I don't know if you can even read my notes. They are a bit pale. But we have notes that they love green and yellow and bright colors. They like doing patchwork quilts and nature-inspired patterns. Old buttons, pretty paper, fabric over yarn, since they don't do much yarn work. And that is the person from the craft exchange that I pulled, and I've seen this person in the Discord and they do amazing patchwork quilts, so we're definitely going to find something for that. But these two friends are our Discord moderators and they are absolutely incredible. Our community is very nice that they don't require much moderation. They are largely a community of self-managing people, but I don't know how I could do this community without them. Lilia and Lay both have experience moderating online spaces, and I do not. And through a series of events, I have here, friends, this is a good old address and phone book, and I have had this book since I moved out from home. I'm not going to show you because of privacy reasons. I'm not going to leaf through it, but I have been gathering addresses for people for over 15 years, close to 20 years at this point. So there are addresses in this book that no longer exist for people who have passed away or people who have exchanged addresses, 5-10 times over the last years. And I have all that history in this one, people who have changed names, dead names. This is just such an interesting thing. And I have it in written form because I don't like trusting the online servers that can go down with information like this. So this is the kind of thing that I would hope to pick up if we ever needed to leave our house, because this has a lot of gold data and it has the address for both Lay and Alalia. Alalia, you will remember, sent me some lace at some point, and of course the return address includes their address. So our plan of action today is not just to pack a present for Noisette and their lovely patchwork efforts, but also to pack some mod appreciation gifts, and they have no idea. So let's see if we can keep this video unuploaded until they've received it and yelled at me for being silly. Haha! Do you think any of them would like a tatting shot? I do have a couple. Oh, there you are. I do have some of this black lace that it is cotton, and I bought it not really knowing what to do with it. And since Alalia sent me the lace from a secondhand shop some videos ago, Gosh, it's been almost a year. I think this shall go to Alalia. She goes over there. Where's Smoot? I think Lay would have a use for a nice floral organic cotton. Do you think Lay would like the black and yellow beefeat ribbon that we just finished? Perhaps that will encourage them to try it out. Ooh. Alalia did say they like blue. More blue, and it goes with this one. It's gonna be a chunky package. Oh, this box of stuff could hide some treasure, potentially. It was not over there. Is it over? Is it over here? Aha. A friend gave me, thank you Agnes, a starter card weaving kit that is already threaded. And I keep forgetting that I have it, and I'm wanting to give it to someone to start tablet weaving, so maybe this shall be for someone. Just a moment, before I go completely off everything, I have a friend who is moving and downsizing who gave me a whole box of patchwork fabrics. And they very much encouraged me to use some of those fabrics because they have too much stuff. So we shall go and fetch that and see if we can't find some more treasures for Noisette to put in their package. Okay, I think we have enough stuff to assemble some gifts. And just for my own sake, I'm going to take out, let's see, 3 little envelopes. And we are going to write the name of the recipients so that I can keep track of what goes where. Shall we separate them out into the different stations? I feel like I need more space to navigate all this. So we're talking about giving these lovely blue wools. I hope there's enough for a nice project. To Alalia, we were also talking about some lace and some yellow joy for Noisette. And then we have... Look at this one. This is fantastic. Though it does strike me as something we need to make something with for the channel, for our darling voids, but that's just amazing. This blue and gold star one could make something really pretty. Is it bright enough? I hope so. I hope Noisette will like that one. Look at this with the fox. It is super, super cute. That is a good contender. Definitely nature inspired. Oh, look, the horses. All red and burgundy and very pretty. I think this one would be nice to make a cute patchwork quilt out of. Come on, that would be amazing. And you're gonna get the fox too. I love it, but I think you also will love it because of the green and nature inspired. Look at this teal. I have seen Lay do fun things with teal. Do you think they will like this, or is it too vibrant? They have started LARPing though, so they might like and enjoy some selection in their choices. More cats. We do love the kitties. Can you even see that? It's a black fabric with white pattern on it. Do you think Alalia will like that? They do have 3 cats. And I mean, Lay also has cats. They have Punch. Oh, look at this one. Life is perfect. That even looks a little bit like Punch. And you had me at meow. Oh, this is so cute. Do you think Lay will like it? Do you think Noisette saying they like bright yellows and greens? Do you think they will like this Easter print? Shall we give it a try? I have this feeling that Lay might like browns, like soft earth tones, but maybe I am incorrect. Who knows? There's another Easter print. I can go with this one. I will be selfish and keep the black cats though. Don't quite know what to do with it. It's very vibrant and red, but come on, that is very cute. Now I am wondering, can we add other things? This pack of, sorry, Agnes, this bag has been through the ringer, but this is a half made up tablet weaving thing from my friend Agnes. It was a gift and it is amazing. I always thought that it would be really good to give to someone who has not done that much tablet weaving before. So it has a started ribbon a little bit, and then there are some wooden cards. They're actually wooden cards. They're not even cardboard. Oh, Agnes, thank you. That is so sweet. They look similar to the walnut tablets that I have. It's a little bit tangled, but it's nothing that you could not untangle. I feel like Lay hasn't got as much fun stuff as everyone else. You think they would enjoy a little bit of weaving, a little bit of blue. And then there's also some instruction. Unfortunately, they are in Norwegian. These look like my notes. This is definitely my handwriting. Did Agnes borrow my walnut cards at some point? I have no idea. I have forgotten. It should be a little bag here of silk and weaving threads, and lots of use for embroidery. Let's see if we have some treasures that we can pass on. Do you think anyone would like to embroider with some nice silk thread? Here's a nice vibrant purple. Maybe Noisette will like that one, seeing as they were a fan of vibrant colors. There's also this lovely blue that could go well with Alalia or even lace. Ooh, but Noisette also liked buttons, and I do have a fair amount of buttons. Let's see. This old books from my grandmother. There should be some buttons. But I once found a web shop that was selling out their stuff, and they had a lot of Merchant and Mills things. So I have these sets of 6 in a pack. Would you zoom? Of mother of pearl buttons, and I have quite a few, so Noisette can at least have 2 packs of those. And I also thought they had a thimble, and since Noisette specified that they don't really knit or crochet or do yarn craft, they prefer fabrics, perhaps a thimble will be appreciated. Chaos. Now, Noisette, what do you mean by old buttons? I bought these such a long time ago. They're the old clock buttons that has made a lot of hearts everywhere. They are super cute. I love them. I've never found a project to use with them though, and maybe Noisette will find a fun project with those. I don't know if this is just me, but this feels like such a high stakes thing, because they only specified that they liked old buttons. They didn't specify style or type, and that makes me worry that I will not find something, like I'll pick out something that they won't like, which would make me sad, because I hope that they would like whatever we are picking out. Maybe Alalia would like some buttons too. I feel like Alalia got quite a tall stash, but not necessarily variety. And they like blue, and I have some dark blue to test with. A lot more difficult than I had envisioned when I started out. And know this, Noisette, that this is my late paternal grandmother's button stash. So this is a vintage craft stash that we are hopefully helping to have a new and fun life by sharing them with other people around the world. There, maybe that is like, oh, what about you? Sufficient buttons for the button enjoyer. Maybe Lay should have some buttons too. Now I feel like Lilia has buttons, Noisette has buttons, but Lay does not have buttons. Where does it end? There's a lot of gold. Maybe you don't want all of those. But maybe these like with the blue, or is it black? Center and some really shiny ones for all your LARPing shenanigans. Do we think we are satisfied? Well, now we just need to write some missives and to pack our packages. All right, now we have an old tatting example with variegated cotton thread, because that is useful if you're learning tatting. I don't remember if Alalia has already done tatting and shared it in the Discord, or I feel like I'm being a bad community overseer since I don't remember if Alalia already does tatting, but I think I got the feeling that they might be a bit of a old goth, so this black little wooden shuttle and this little thread to get them started. So since we already cursed Lay with a craft, as in a tablet weaving loom, we're going to curse Alalia with potentially inner craft too. We're not going to curse Noisette in such a way, because they specify that they mostly prefer fabrics and buttons, so that is what they will be getting. But now we just need to find some bags to store all these buttons within, and I think we are just about ready to wrap things up, write some letters, and send them. There we go. 3 packages that I hope will make it safely all their merry way throughout of, in this case, Europe. I hope they are safe enough wrapped. I mean, fabrics are soft and generally don't break, and I tried to pack the other things inside the fabrics, so fingers crossed. I couldn't find any used cardboard boxes that were the right size, so I'm hoping this will be okay. Now there's only need to write some addresses on it and declare what is in them for, you know, customs purposes, which you shall not get to join me because, you know, privacy and such shenanigans issues, but that's me wrapped and just about ready to go to the post office, and let's see how this goes. We got a little update for you. We are now over 1 week into community members sending their parcels, well, assembling and sending their parcels to their selected recipient. We did have one community member drop out due to health stuff going on, like no details. But we did, because I had talked to Shannon Makes about this and Evie from Jillian Eve, and Shannon especially talked about how one person hadn't been able to send their gift and they hadn't been able to get a hold of them. It was difficult, so one person ended up not getting a gift. So we were talking amongst the mod team and thinking, like, how can we add in a buffer for life happens, because you can't account for emergencies, right? But the important thing is that people let you know and feel safe letting you know, and not like they are letting everyone down. So what we did was we added a little clause at the bottom of the firm that said, like, something like, sometimes life happens and an emergency hits you. These things happen. If so, would you be willing to send one extra parcel if someone drops out due to extenuating some circumstances? And a lot of our community members checked yes, which was very kind, very nice of them. So I got to do that. I got to send a message to one of our community members being like, hey, someone has dropped out. They sent me an email letting me know that they wouldn't be able to send their parcel because life happens. Would you be able to assemble a parcel and send it to the person who is now not receiving a gift? And they agreed to do that, which was very nice. Like, the community is being very nice. Anyway, excited to see the community helping each other and being so generous with their time and their effort and their crafting stashes, and money for postage, because goodness knows that is not free. But yeah, excited that both the sort of clause that, like, please don't feel ashamed if you have an emergency come up, but please do let us know so that we can arrange different accommodations for the person that should have received a gift from you. And also that people are so kind and that they are like, yeah, I can send an extra parcel, which makes me really, really happy. This is a very nice community. So yeah, see you in the next update. Hello, we are a couple of days later and we are just back from the post office where we have received a very exciting parcel. It does appear to have kind of gone through a mangler on the way here, so fingers crossed that everything is safe and sound. All right, let us see what incredibly generous parcel our dear Verena has sent us. I'm honestly a little bit nervous because, and I've seen this with the other community members too, that I'm really nervous that I will have made a really subpar packages for my recipients and then get something really overwhelming in kind in return. So a little bit anxious, but let's have a look. We have a little letter. It says, please open last. So there are spoilers inside. And of course a little void. Very appropriate. Thank you. Put that over there and follow the instructions. Oh wow, there's so much stuff. Let us put it outside just so we can put the gray paper away and use for a new package. This will be great for packaging, wrapping gifts of my own. Over there, and this little ribbon. Right. Oh, it's so cute. Thank you, Verena. A bar of soap, and it smells so nice. Sauber Seife. Now, my German is not good enough. I have no idea what that means, because sau in Norwegian is sheep, so it could be a sheep bar of soap, or it could be a super bar of soap. But I should have thought of that, to send bars of soap to my recipients. Ooh, I'll definitely do that next time, if I remember. If we do this gift exchange again, that is very clever. And we have a little offering for the void, a little ball. I'm going to be really excited to see that. And then we have some really cute little wool pieces, a heart and several flowers, and a little voidling stitch marker. I love it. That is super, super cute. Definitely going to be using that, if you can see it properly. There we go. Look. For the Black Cat collection. Incredible. And this one. Oh, it looks handmade. That smells really nice. Like, it's nice and subtle. I really like that. And it's very nice. Like, I have cold pressed soap as well. I feel like I should have thought of that. That's a great gift. Thank you. Definitely going to be enjoying washing my hands with those. And then there is a lovely selection, a little mesh bag. How do I? There we go. Some embroidery floss. Definitely gonna have use for those. We have some very nice greens, dark green and like a yellowish dark green, and some thicker cotton in a blue and some brown. And look at them, they're gonna very much go very nicely with the embroidery stack. I love that. Thank you. And this curious and strangely heavy package. What are you? It feels a bit moot to tie the knot at this point, but let us see. Okay, what treasures might be hiding inside? I hope you have survived. At least it doesn't feel broken. Might be glass. Might be. Oh! No broken bits. A great success. It's a little jar of apple jam, apple something. That is so cute. Thank you, Verena. That is, you got food through the international mail. I am impressed and also scared because I was so nervous of sending food cross country in case there are some customs issues I'm not aware of. But I guess we can all claim innocence. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. And yeah, this is such a nice. I've been following in our Discord as well. We made a little chat that was like exclusively for community events now and in the future. And I've been enjoying looking at other community members' loots. And it's just, people are so nice. Oh, people are really nice. And Marina writes, I really hope you can read my writing. I was holding a wiggly baby while writing this. Apologies in advance. No worries, Verena. Thank you so much. Let us see if we can manage to open without tearing. Please don't break. Thank you. All right, let us hear what German treasures. Oh, this is so sweet. Our community is so nice. Dear Kristine, I hope this parcel finds you well. First, I wanted to thank you for creating such a wonderful community and for organizing this craft exchange. I have been so excited ever since you announced it. Second, I felt some of the items I am sending your way are in need of explaining. The jar contains the baked apple gingerbread spiced applesauce I recently posted on the Discord server. Ooh, that sounds very Christmassy. Can't smell it though. Very nice seal on that one. So, the embroidery floss I was given by my grandmother, so it is probably vintage. And as far as I can tell, it is 100% natural fibers. That is very nice. The little felt shapes are from a German-based wool clothing company and cut from leftover cloth to be used as patches or decoration. Oh, that is clever. And since they're felted, they won't fray too much. I'm going to incorporate that in some project or another. In an effort to reduce production waste. They are pure untreated wool. That is so nice. That sounds like a lovely company. And I think the little stitch marker is self-explanatory. Yes, indeed, it is. So cute. a little black void. Best wishes from Germany, Verena. That is so cute. P.S. The little fuzzy ball was kindly donated by my cats. One of them, no idea who, kept throwing it in there. Hope your voids enjoy. That is really so sweet. Thank you so much, Verena. You may have noticed that I knew that it was Verena because I did do the organization to pull the random names, so I guess I have had that, but our community is so nice. I'm just a little at loss for words. I'm very happy that people are having fun, and I have many ideas for if we do this in the future. I also have been given permission by people on the Discord server to share their own loot from the craft exchange that is happening all over the world, mostly in Europe and the Americas, but we did also have someone from Japan posting, and I know we have community members in Australia and New Zealand as well, but they didn't join this time. But I have been crossing off people when they are telling me that they have sent a package or they have received a package so that I can keep track. And boy, oh boy, I've heard other people talk about how nervous they are if the package will make it all the way safely, and then I have had that squared probably because I am not only anxious for my own packages to make where they're supposed to be, but also that everyone else's packages get where they are supposed to be, because I mean I organized it and I'm responsible for it. So at the time of filming this, we have over half the packages have been delivered. I think we were 37 or 38 participants in total, excluding me and some tests and stuff like that. So I have been checking my little checklist, and people are really conscientious. They are sending me the tracking numbers, they are sending me details, they are checking in, asking if they can have the entire if the address is correct, and like just being really conscientious, and it's just so nice. I do want to repeat this in the future because I thought it was really fun, but I will have to build some sort of system or admit defeat and use a website. But I had hoped we could avoid third-party servers or software, but we shall see, because doing it manually is perhaps not tenable if we, for instance, get twice as many participants next time. But yeah, I have had success with 2 out of the 3 packages that we have sent. I have heard from Lei, who have received their package. That is moderator number 1. I have heard from our secret gift recipient that they had received the package and at least said they were delighted with it. So that is hoping that they enjoy it. And I haven't heard from Alalia, our last moderator, yet, so I might just have to blow my cover and send them a message going like, have you heard from the Swedish mail in any way, shape or form? Because the other 2 packages have been delivered, so unless it is stuck in customs, which does happen, it seems to me that maybe should have arrived by now. Hopefully. I mean, things happen to the mail, but hopefully it will make its way there. I'm just a little overwhelmed. People are so nice. And they've been saying nice things about the gift exchange, that they are enjoying it as well. And that makes me happy that, you know, the community is getting to do things together. That we can bring each other joy and in many nice and fun things. All right, I have just checked in on the craft exchange and ticked off one additional person who has received their package. We have, gonna have a look, 3 people who out of, I think, 38 that I have not received a confirmation from that they have actually received their package. I do have one participant that I'm a little bit concerned about because I have not heard from them since they confirmed having received the first email about the craft exchange. I've tried to reach out to them on Discord and by email just to check in if they are okay, because they answered very promptly to the first email. So hoping that they are okay. But one of the participants who have not confirmed they have received their package is this person's recipient. So I want to check in, and maybe if we still can't get an answer from this person, again, I hope they're all right. I hope nothing bad has happened to them. We are going to send a little something to their person just in case, just because we are so close to having everyone who joined in having received something, unless they checked that they did not want to receive anything. So yeah, I'm just going to write that email now and send it out, and we're going to give it a couple of days, like 48 hours, I think, 2 days, 3 days, to get a response from our friends. It is now, I think, over 2 weeks since the deadline for sending the package, so that should have been ample time for the postal services to get a package to them, I hope. And yeah, if we get an answer that everyone has gotten their package, we do nothing. We celebrate, happy days. If not, we're going to do a little something extra for people who have not received something. So fingers crossed, all is well with all the participants. Good morning. It is a Thursday, the 20th of November, and I have received confirmation that 2 of the 3 people that I contacted still have not received their parcel. So I thought we were going to write them a little bit like a letter to each of them, so that they hopefully, fingers crossed, at least get something. I am opting to send letters instead of more parcels because A, economy, and also B, my understanding of our global postal system is that letters travel faster than packages. So I thought we were going to write. I'm also going to write the third person whom I haven't heard from since they confirmed having received the very first emails. I'm going to write them as well. I haven't heard from them by email or on Discord or anything. So this is another attempt at checking hey, are you okay? Do you still, how is your health? So I still hope that at least one of the parcels will make its way to the person who's missing it, because I have been in contact with one of the gift senders to this person who has not received their parcel yet, and they are in the process. Last I heard, we were just fixing some address issues and they were going to send it. So fingers crossed it actually does show up. But the other person who hasn't received their parcel is from that first person who I have not heard from since they confirmed having received the first email. So I hope they are okay. We are going to send them a little letter. I figured we would try to drop in something small that doesn't break, like a dolly of embroidery embroidery thread or something like that. So they get a little something, like a little attention in case they didn't receive what they were supposed to receive. Hey, my love. Would you like to help me write some letters? This shall be the last update for our autumnal craft exchange before I run into just adding this clip to the edit and sharing it with you all. I hope this makes it all the way. If you're curious, perhaps join our Discord community and people will let you know if the letters made it all the way. Fingers crossed. I hope you have a nice rest of the year and that the consumerist forces that be don't impact you too much, and I'll see you soon. thank you as usual to our amazing patrons who help make shenanigans like this possible, like help us bring some joy into the world, hopefully. But yeah, many happy snuggly voidlings, and bye for now.